World where hopium and common sense collide. Starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto. Question everything, trust nothing. It's your boys, CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader, here on a lovely Monday evening, ready and here for action. Miguel, how are you doing this evening, bro?
Dude, I'm super excited to be here. It's Monday. Haven't been streaming for a few days, so I've been, having that itch to get back on the stream.
I hear you, bro. It's been a long weekend, but we are back reporting for duty. Let's have some fun this evening. Make sure that you guys smash the likes, share out the stream, follow us on Twitter. You know we got 2 different Twitters. Make sure to be in on Danger Close Alpha. We've got the huge stimulus drop coming. That is 10,000. That's right, 10,000 free NFTs coming your way. It's going to be used for our financial ecosystem within the Danger Close Alpha realm. So make sure that you guys are a part of that. Other than that, let's have some fun this evening. Miguel, what's on the podium?
Dude, we got GameStop pulling out the MetaMask-like wallet to get an NFT marketplace going.
Did they pull it out like a karate master?
Yeah, dude, they're fighting off to stay alive, dude. They're fighting to survive one way or another. And NFTs is the next way to go with gaming. And GameStop being in the situation that it is trying to find its digital format. And then after that, we've got obviously the government realizing that people that are unbanked are running to crypto faster than they're running to a physical bank. Yep. And finally, to wrap it up, which was crypto going into outer space.
Outer space, it's getting wild. Make sure that you guys stick around for that. We're going to have some fun this evening. Let's check out and see what's popping off in the market. I think a lot of you have probably been paying attention. If you haven't, that's what we're here for. Let me update this for you. We are at $1.25 trillion market cap for the total crypto space. We're down 3.48%. That's got Bitcoin coming in down 4% today. Been taking a little bath, little bloodbath. ETH down 3.5% at 1972. I don't have to continue to harp on we're under 30, we're under 2K, right? Shoot, we've even got Tether under $1. So there you go. BNB actually made a nice little move up over the last week or so, up about 7%. I don't know why that pushed against the grain. Something to pay attention to, though, when you've got a big project like that pushing against in the opposite direction. So make sure to pay attention to that. We got Cardano down at 51 cents. Solana, Solana's below $50 for all of you that love these centralized projects. $50 might be a really good price to jump in. Not financial advice. We're here for entertainment, but hey, there you go. And then rounding out the top 10, this is a shame. Dogecoin and the top 10 at 8 cents, and it's in front of Polkadot, which is a fantastic freaking project, right under $10. So I don't know. We will see. For those of you that haven't been around for a bear market, I just don't want to be the bearer of bad news. But Miguel, I think you'd agree with this. It gets boring, right? It gets a little what's going on.
We saw what happened last summer.
Yeah. But I want to inject a little positivity. The boredom, if you're able to push through it and continue to do things like whatever your investment strategy looks like, continue on that, you will thank your future self. I promise you that. I thank my past self at this point for the decisions that I made through the last bear market. Miguel, I know that's the reason that both of us are sitting here today. If not, we would be, maybe on the other side trying to pay attention to what somebody else did. And maybe next go round, we're going to have people that are watching us. Maybe we'll be watching them. You know what I mean?
Man, people need to understand that the bear market is more important than the actual bull market.
Mm-hmm.
I want you guys to understand. I'm going to say it one more time. The bear market is more important than the actual bull market. The bull market is easy. The bull market is just sit back and watch your portfolio go up. The bear market is where the research happens, right? In the bull market, you're just throwing darts at a board, making money with anything. The bear market is where you create the generational wealth. You can get rich in a bull market, but generational wealth is built in the bear markets. Never let a good catastrophe go to waste, right? And if you look at any big investors in the history of time of mankind, they use these moments, these bear markets, these moments low in the market to capitalize and accumulate as much as they can and try to buy up all the fear that everyone else is selling to then make massive moves for the rest of their life, guys. The bear market is more important. Please pay attention to the bear market.
And as a reminder, 5:30 or actually 5:45 to 7:30-ish, we got Frankie Candles over on BitBoy Crypto Show. Guys, one of the strategies is figuring out how to trade. So watch us TA Thursday for sure. But if you want to dive deeper into trading on a daily basis, catch your boy Frankie Candles over on BitBoy Crypto. So check him out over there. All right,
100%.
Let's dive into it. Let's have some fun tonight. Let's talk about space. Let's kick it off with space. The final frontier, or is it the next frontier? I don't know.
What did Elon Musk do now?
I know, right? Lockheed Martin Filecoin Foundation to explore hosting blockchain nodes in space. For those of you who don't know, Lockheed Martin is a massive defense contractor. So let's check this out. Of course, the first two words of the article says what I
words that shall not be said on this channel.
I'm telling you, defense contractor Lockheed Martin and the Filecoin Foundation could soon make an open source blockchain network accessible in space. The two organizations announced Monday at an event hosted by the Filecoin Foundation on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum's annual meeting. Lockheed and Filecoin plan to identify a satellite or other spacefaring platform that can hold technology to operate an interplanetary file system, that's IPFS if you ever hear us say that, node, identify that platform's needs, and try to identify a test mission. IPFS is an open source data storage and sharing protocol aimed at speeding up data downloads by letting network participants hold or share information. The idea is to reduce latency when downloading data from remote locations such as the moon, said Marta Belcher, the head of policy and general counsel at Protocol Labs. Protocol Labs, a key player in the Filecoin ecosystem, is the original developer behind IPFS's code. We're redesigning a lot of the technologies that just aren't ready to work in space, Belcher said at Monday's event. And then let me scroll down a little bit here. In the future, we'll have one satellite refueling another. That's a transaction that takes place entirely in space that doesn't really have a nexus back on Earth. Decentralization makes sense for that. So, all right, we move on and we talk about we've got Elon Musk always in the picture, always talking about what he can do, moving technology forward.
Hey,
I want to ask
get those astronauts paid, bro.
Yeah, right. Well, what I'm wondering is how does this benefit? Like, how are we going to benefit in the crypto space by them being able to basically operate nodes in space off of satellites? How are we going to benefit from this?
Oh,
okay, because it's fun.
I mean,
because it's fun.
It's a way. Look, so the whole thing about space, besides, it could be faster here in the inside the world, right? Connecting the entire world, just how Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg were trying to get internet around the entire world with all these like little mini satellites, so everyone is always connected. Outside of that, the species is moving interplanetary. It's just happening, right? So they have to build a infrastructure, a foundation where somehow people from this planet can send the money to people on planet B, whether it's Mars, Moon, or whatever it is. That's a real conversation. That is happening, right? Money needs to be transferred. My question is, what's going to be the first NFT in space?
Well, I mean, Danger Close Alpha would help you get prepared to be able to survive whatever catastrophic happens here on Earth. And then as we move to the moon to get away from the chaos here on Earth, my question is, does the tyranny move from Earth to the moon, or is the moon going to be a decentralized economy that is run by none other than Elon Musk?
So, dude, that's actually a great question. And if you look at history, when you have these transfers, right, to this new frontier, right, just how the new world, the United States, the Western Hemisphere was the new world back
right.
when, America wasn't even around yet. The separation of distance between power weakens that power, right? And that's why we eventually had American Revolution against the power, yada, yada. Same will happen in space, right? If we go into the moon, to Mars, whatever, we're going to try to impose our will at first into that next frontier, but there will be a revolution at some point where they're like, hey, like there's no reason for us to listen to people on Earth. We're on
Screw
Mars.
these guys. They're on another planet, bro.
We're on Mars, baby. Like we don't need to listen to these Earthlings. We're Martians, right? So this is how we do it. And maybe they do become into a decentralized economy. Maybe they are trying to build that infrastructure already. But that will happen. Things will be ran differently somewhere else eventually, because it's just weakens that power when you get that big distance in between.
Yeah, no, I actually, I was kind of kidding with the question, being half serious as well. I like this one. Holy Crypto Batman says, "What'll the intergalactic gas fees be?" Hey, I'm telling you, hopefully we can, at that point, by the time we're talking about transferring funds from planet to planet or planet to moon or whatever the case may be, hopefully we've got the gas fees things figured out, because we've got a lot bigger problems on the horizon if we don't at least have something simple like that.
They can't. They're not going to be worse than the gas prices here right now.
That's a fact. I actually saw a I think it was on Facebook. I saw a meme that said maybe the reason that the angels are riding horses in the book of Revelations is because of the current gas fees on planet Earth. And I was like, yes, bro, that's so good. I like it.
I think they're just environmentalists. I think they're trying to look out for the environment and keep the environment green.
Right. Jesus was a tree hugger. And so when the Bible was written, got it. Can't have gas. That's not appropriate. All right, cool. Let's move on to the next one. Let's check it out. Let's talk about GameStop. Let's finish with the Fed, because we got a bone to pick with the Fed always. So let's finish with that. So GameStop rolls out MetaMask like Ethereum wallet to support NFT marketplace. Meme stock company. You see how they're literally considered now a meme stock company? My, how things have changed. Meme stock company GameStop has launched a new crypto wallet to accompany its upcoming NFT marketplace. There's something people don't do anymore, is walk into GameStop. American video game retailer GameStop today launched its non-custodial browser-based Ethereum wallet similar to MetaMask. The wallet would let users store, send, and receive cryptocurrencies and non-fungible tokens across various crypto apps. It will support NFT trading through the upcoming launch of GameStop's NFT marketplace in Q2 of 2022. The wallet leverages Loopring's ZK rollup technology and Ethereum Layer 2 scaling protocol for cheaper, for cheaper and faster transactions. The wallet can be downloaded as a browser extension from the Chrome web store. I'm going to have to check this thing out, by the way. Though the wallet is non-custodial, it does track certain user information, including IP address, GPS coordinates, and information near to the user's device according to their privacy policy. It also monitors the user's network clicks, mouse position, and keystroke logging, reads the privacy policy. That's interesting. Despite successful launches of its beta NFT marketplace in today's crypto wallet, GameStop stock is down 3.56% at the end of trading hours last Friday. The decline in stock, well, we don't care about the decline in their stock. Let's
forget about that Fugazi.
Yeah, we don't need to hear about the stock. Let's talk about the fact that they are doing anything they can to stay relevant. Every time we turn around, GameStop is like, listen, I'm not hating on them for pivoting. I think you need to be able to pivot.
They have to.
I think even in the NFT journey that we've had some little things where we like run into something. We're like, you know what? We need to kind of pivot with that. We need to roll with that. We need to take that idea, whatever. I don't hate on that. It's just that I feel like I don't know. Dude, I guess they are in the game space, so I could see it happening with ETH.
They're in the gaming space.
Yeah, I can see it.
Physical games are dying. People literally just download games. There's more and more PC gamers every day. Now these new consoles, the PS5, the Xbox, whatever random number they attach to that, they all can download and they have a bigger hard drive space where they can download these games digitally. People are not going to stores. Everything is moving digital. So why would anybody walk into GameStop to go buy a digital game? Like they're just not going to, right? And they try to make a pivot by selling merch and selling little stuff, but that's just not good enough. People are not going to go to GameStop for that. They understand the gaming space. They understand NFTs, and people want to have ownership, right? One of the biggest problems that people have ever had with GameStop is when you buy a game and then you try to sell it back to them, their whole thing about buying, selling, and trading, right? That felt like what the NFT space is. You buy, you can trade, you can sell. but they always undercut you heavily. You bought a game for $40, you go back and they're like, yo, I'll give you $10 for it at best.
I'm going to
Right?
tell you the only thing they ever did great was the 7-day return policy. You could buy a game and you could get it in 7 days. You could return it for full exchange. So I would try to find games, being the cheapo that I am. I try to find games. I'm like, hey, how long do you think this game would take to beat if you were just like actually getting after it? And he's like, oh, I mean, you could get it done in a few days, bro. I'm like, boom, that's the one. Let me check it out, bro.
so outside of that, I think that the NFT space is where they have to head. They have to head into the digital world, right? Gary VCon, these people are changing the game for NFTs. Dude, that's an awesome one. You're gonna have to ship me one of those.
I will.
And the fact that now GameStop is pivoting here is honestly, I believe that the NFT space will recover faster than the crypto space in the bear market.
I heard you say that earlier in our meeting today.
Yes.
Why do you say that?
Because the crypto space is too heavily focused on the fiat dollar amount. People just look at the numbers. Are we up 1%? Are we down 2%?
Yeah.
How much dollars am I making? And that's all they're focused on. They don't understand snap, crackle, or pop about the foundation, the fundamentals behind these cryptos. They just don't. They don't do the research. They don't. It's too mystical for them. Most people don't understand it and don't want to even do the research. NFTs are simple. You read the roadmap, you understand the utility of the NFT, and you buy it because you like the art, you like the utility, and it is what it is. It's just a collectible. People just buy things to collect. And if it pays off, right? People collect anything from pennies to, just those little beep bop, freaking pencil dispensers, the little pill dispensers things, right? People collect absolutely anything.
The Pez dispensers?
There you go, the Pez dispensers.
Yeah.
People collect anything in hopes that, one, they really like it, and two, maybe in the hopes in the future it will increase in value. And that's what NFTs provide. So even though we're going into a bear market, NFTs will recover faster because the demand and the hype, it only takes one or two projects on a certain blockchain to come out with a lot of hype, and boom, NFT space is up and going again because people missed out on it. They're like, damn, and then they go look for other NFTs. Crypto doesn't have that.
Yeah, and I think that I've talked about this before, and I've heard other people say this, and I really want our user base to hear me when I say this. The bear market is the time. Listen, we're not here for financial advice. I'm just here to spit facts. The bear market is the time to stack Satoshis. Okay. Why, you're asking? Well, your portfolio in dollars, and I'm piggybacking on what Miguel just said. Your portfolio in dollars is going to look like crap for a while, right? Or maybe your portfolio is still, maybe you've been in for a little while and you're still up, but compared to what you've seen, I've talked about before, where whenever I get to a new high, that's kind of like my zero. And in my mind, like right now, I'm way down from zero, right? And so the time to stack Satoshis, the reason I say that is now, is because your portfolio in dollars is going to suck. But if your focus is on what Miguel was just saying and actually stacking sats and actually stacking your ETH or whatever protocol, whatever project you are into that you believe is still going to be around, if that's your mindset, and the mindset is not to go back to fiat garbage dollars, then when the prices do turn around in, that conversion, my gosh, I'm telling you, and they will, you are going to, again, thank your future self for having had done that. But if you focus on the fact, every time I buy, it's worth less money the next day. It's worth less money the next day. No, every day you're buying something that's more on sale than it was the day before. That's what's happening. And you're never going to get a broadcasted, you're never going to get a piece of mail that says, hey, guess what? It's Black Friday. You're not going to get that about the market. The market is not going to broadcast you, hey, this is the bottom. It's not going to happen. So forget about it. It's a fallacy. Just stack.
Yeah. And you know why you're not going to get it? Because those deals that you're promised on Black Friday are fake news. That's why they're giving you this, right? Because they're not actually trying to sell you anything. They're selling you Fugazi. When things are actually cheap, like in the crypto markets, nobody's out there giving you a poster or a news flash. Go buy it. It's cheap now. They're just selling you fear. No, stay away. It's terrible. Oh my God. I'll see you in 2 years. I'll see you in the next halvening. Yada, yada, yada. But people in the background are always stacking if they understand and they're educated about what is actually happening in the crypto space. So
let's
do your own research.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's dive into the Fed. I want to say the title on this article, we question everything, trust nothing. I'm hoping that we can trust what's going on in this article because I think there's some good things here. So let's talk about it. Fed finds unbanked Americans are turning to crypto at a higher rate. 12% of Americans bought or used cryptocurrency in 2021, according to the U.S. Federal Reserve's annual survey on financial well-being. I find that hard to believe, by the way. 12%. I still think that number's high. People who transact with cryptocurrencies were twice as likely to be unbanked as people who don't use them at all, according to a new survey from the Federal Reserve. The Fed found that 13% of Americans using crypto for payments do not have bank accounts, up from the 6% among people who don't use crypto at all. Meanwhile, 27% of people using crypto for payments report they don't have a credit card, up from 17% of people who don't hold or use crypto. It's the first time the U.S. regulator posed a question about cryptocurrencies to its 11,000 person survey panel in October and November. The Fed has been conducting its annual survey to gauge the financial well-being of Americans since 2013. I would argue that's not what they're actually gauging, but we can go with it. On the whole, the Fed surveys estimates that 12% of Americans held or used assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum last year. Earlier this month, hawkish comments from the Federal Reserve's Open Market Committee sent markets, traditional and crypto, into a free fall as the regulator announced that it would be raising interest rates 0.5 percentage point. The new survey found that people who use crypto for payments are far less likely to have retirement savings, but the rate of retirement savings was roughly the same among people who don't use crypto, 27%, and people who use it purely as an investment, 29%. It also remarked that people who use crypto assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum as investments tend to be wealthy. Let me read this again. It also remarked that people who use crypto assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum as investments tend to be wealthy. Period. Stop. We're going to end right there. That last sentence, I don't know. I mean, how do you not hear what's being said there? What's being said there is, hey, people are making decisions with their finances and they're moving them into Bitcoin and Ethereum as an investment, right? Not for you to flip tomorrow and become a billionaire tomorrow, as an investment vehicle. And they tend to be wealthy. Why do they tend to be wealthy? It's not because they did some great heroic thing. They looked at the facts and said, wow, the US dollar is crumbling. I have no good options. Inflation is flying up through the roof. What would be an asset that I could get into that actually isn't going to be inflationary like that? Oh, Bitcoin. Oh, wait a minute. And the blockchain is actually, that looks like that might be the future of where we're headed. What do you know? Maybe I should check it out.
Exactly right. Wealthy people always try to gather up and accumulate as much assets as possible. They're not holding cash. They're not holding cash. You think they're just sitting with millions and millions and millions of dollars, billions of dollars in their bank account? No, they do not sit on cash. They invest their money into these assets all the time. So that's the difference between what wealthy people do and what the average American does. It's understandable that the average American doesn't have that much money to invest. Right? I think the statistic is something crazy, like most average Americans can't go with like with a surprise like increase in a massive bill or something, because they don't have enough savings to cover it. They're living practically paycheck to paycheck. But if you're resourceful enough, if you cut back some expenses, maybe a little bit less Netflix and chill, and a little bit more YouTube.
A little bit less Netflix and chill, is that what you said?
A little bit less Netflix and chill, a little bit more YouTube, and maybe you'll learn something where you can probably park some money and make something out of yourself, right? There's a lot of people that have a lot of expenses that don't realize it, and they always complain. I have a friend that is infamous for this. Always complaining, does not have money. And then when I ask him, hey dude, how much money you spend on this, how much money you spend on that, and we do the calculations, he's spending hundreds to maybe over $1,000 a month on a bunch of different stuff. It's like, do you really need to be doing all these things? No, you don't. If you cut back, you'd be using that money to then invest and accumulate crypto. You could have been doing this for months. And they always say, yeah, man, you're right. I'll work on it. And
Yeah. As a general rule, investing doesn't need to be this thing where it's every single extra dollar that you have and you can't have any fun and you can't do anything. It doesn't
like
need to
Gary, of
be.
course it does. That's what Gary Vee says. You got to eat a shit
You
sandwich
know
for the
what? It
next 10
was. That's
years.
right. That's right.
Next 10 years, eat a shit
That's right.
sandwich, have all your friends going out, partying, Coachella, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And you
And
stay
I'm
home
delivering boxes of
eating,
wine on Christmas Eve through the
eating
snow.
99-cent ramen noodles, right, on an inflatable mattress. But in 10 years, you're going to be massively rich, and all these people are going to be partied out, and they're going to look like they're 50 years old.
That is,
And then
that
you're going to
is,
be partying with some
that
people.
is the case. Here's what I know. I know that I have written down on my fridge that by 2030, I want to have the ability to retire. Now, I won't. I just know I won't. But I want to have that ability, right? I say that and I write that down because it's a goal that I'm working towards. So I make decisions around that because I got a late start. I've talked to you guys about this before. I got a late start in life. I didn't get a late start in life. I got a late start in being like having a head on my shoulders and not being an idiot out in these streets, right? And so as I finally pulled myself together and woke up out of the coma that I was in, I realized, wow, I'm behind and I need a way to try to catch up. Well, my answer has been, and it's been, a steady increase over the last 5+ years, has been crypto for me. There's other stuff going on there, obviously, businesses and things like that. But like crypto has been my answer for like my extra funds. And it's been very good to me and my family. And so I would just throw out there that I'm not the only one. You hear it from a lot of people. It absolutely can change your life if you're willing to buckle down a little bit. Again, like I was starting to say before Gary Vee jumped into the conversation, it doesn't need to be everything that you do. You can go have fun. We do go out and do some stuff sometimes. It's
Never.
okay to spend some
No.
dollars, right? If you're going to
Don't.
spend it in fiat garbage,
If you're
right?
spending dollars, it better be converting into crypto. Now, a penny goes nowhere else if it's not into crypto.
All right. So don't hang out with Miguel if you're looking for a good time, because apparently you're
Absolutely
not going
not.
to be able to spend anything whatsoever. Just hit Keeper up. I got you. We'll go out and have some fun and still invest plenty
We'll
of
talk
plenty
in
of
2030, see who's doing better.
Well, we will find out. I hope that both of us at that point have built our business up big enough that there's nothing to compare. We just decide to retire.
Yeah, dude, which leads perfectly into Danger Close Alpha. If you're not involved, if you're not in the Discord, I don't know what you're waiting for. We're literally going to be dropping a free NFT mint, which will be massive to get into to start building your foundation into this ecosystem. It is not just a free giveaway for shit and giggles, guys. It's going to have an important utility attached behind it. And if you're not in too early, then you're going to be a little late to the game. So don't set yourself up for failure. Prepare, get ready ahead of time, and get involved in this free NFT mint, guys.
Victory favors the prepared. Don't forget it. Crypto fam, we love you guys. If nobody's told you that before today, we want to toss that out there and let you know from the bottom of our hearts, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Again, we're here Monday through Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We might be a couple minutes behind, but 7:30, that's when we like to start. So make sure that you guys check us out. We will be back again tomorrow evening, so don't miss it, 7:30 p.m. Check out Frankie, 5:45 until 7:30 right before us, and then just slide on into Debate Crypto. Let's have some fun. We love you guys. We hope you have a blessed evening. Just remember to question everything.
Trust nothing.
And until next time, hodl
like it's hot.
We'll see you soon.